SBDC spots young Bahamian creatives. The details straight ahead.
And with more money in the kitty, the Ministry of Social Services remains relentless toward the advancement of disabled people.
Plus, it's Tuesday, so it must be time for Taboo Tuesday. Bahamian music is a topic. Stay close for that.
And coming up in sports, Sebastian Walcott selected to Major League Baseball's Futures Games.
The Bahamas Tonight Access Now starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm LaDawn Davis.
And I'm Marlena Leonard. Welcome to the Bahamas Tonight Access Now.
Well, let me tell you, it's National Flag Day, Malena, and Culture Clothing is outfitting us tonight. Not to just mention, but we must get Let's Talk Socials. We're also going to see Mateus outfit by Culture Clothing.
I can't wait to see that. So, of course, we have to say a million thanks to our Independence clothes sponsor for the evening, Culture Clothing, for making all of us look absolutely fabulous.
Well, let's dive right into the news, shall we? In a groundbreaking effort to empower local talent, the Small Business Development Center brought the spotlight on the Bahamian creatives, turning a pop-up event into a launch pad for Dreams Drive, a real economic change. Amaya Moss takes it from here.
From handmade craft to customized fashion, Bahamian entrepreneurs filled the space with color, culture, and confidence at the Small Business Development Center's latest pop-up event. The event wasn't just about sales. It gave local creatives the opportunity to feature their brands, build relationships, and showcase the very best of what Bahamian innovation has to offer.
The inspiration was I worked in retail, and a lot of customers were looking for something that's made local, and they were having a hard time with that. So that inspired me as an artist to go ahead and do something towards the tourist market. And so that's what I do. I'm promoting our culture, promoting us as a people, promoting that we can make things that is natural and unique to the Bahamas.
Crowned in silk and style, Kiani's do-rags told their own story. The silk velvet patterns, each one a symbol of cultural pride and hustle, serving not just as headwear, it is heritage reimagined.
Well, I started drawing in the second grade. I always loved fashion since then, and then when I graduated high school, I was like, this could be my career. Like, this is what I love doing. So that's what prompted me to start this business. Well, the whole purpose of my business, Kanai, is to always create unique and innovative clothes. So, for example, with the Kanai do-rag, I wanted to make something that would make it more comfortable and easy to use for the customer. So that's what makes my business different. I'm always striving to see how products can be improved and innovated.
SBDC coordinator Alexia Johnson is the visionary behind the movement, driven by a fierce belief that Bahamian innovators deserve more than just a stage, drawing focus to the event as a chance for local business owners to honor their stories, break barriers, and claim their success.
So the SBDC is a hub for entrepreneurs in the Bahamas, and today's event is featuring one of the ways that we're able to support entrepreneurs, and that's through our Tingsy e-commerce platform. So we've been teasing this platform for some time, so now we're officially launching it, and we're very excited to feature some of our vendors out here at the Shop to See pop-up event. We have some visitors, some tourists that are out here, they're shopping, but then we also have some local shoppers that are just out on the beach for the day, just having a nice time with the family. So this is a great opportunity for that. And it gives back to the economy by giving an opportunity for people to reach new groups of clients.
The occasion this weekend was more than booths and business cards. It was purpose in motion. And with the Small Business Development Center leading the way, creatives aren't waiting for permission. They're taking what's theirs, rewriting the rules, and building legacies that won't be ignored. Reporting for the Bahamas Tonight, Access Now, I'm Amaya Moss.
Thanks, Amaya. Well, with more funding allocated to the fiscal period to service and expand local initiatives of the disabled, Minister of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting, the Honorable Miles Larota, says his ministry remains relentless toward the advancement of persons with disability.
Disabled community were asking for a bus to transport individuals in the disabled community. Sometimes we think about a disabled person getting a job, but we don't think that of the cost to get that person to work. So just imagine if you're a disabled person on minimum wage and it's going to cost you $40 to get to work because of your equipment. That's both ways. That's $80. You won't work a full week. Or if you're working just to travel. And so, we have to sensitize the public to the needs of the disabled community. The government's position is that we should have at least 1% of our working population be somebody that's disabled. I encourage other companies, NGOs, to take a chance, and I say that tongue-in-cheek in terms of take a chance. A lot of these individuals only want an opportunity.
Recently led a delegation to the 18th Conference of States Parties to the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities at the United Nations headquarters in New York. He believes that while significant progress has been made locally toward disability inclusion, leading territories around the world should serve as a shining example of disability awareness.
Also at a conference in Berlin, Germany, and there were thousands, literally thousands of people, NGOs, countries that were represented. And it was amazing that I got to see firsthand how first world countries deal with the disabled. Because we had at least two of our disabled members accompanied, Townsley Roberts and also Kendrick Roll, to see how the red carpet was rolled out, coming in and going out. There's an understanding there that notwithstanding leaders, and I use that quote unquote, were traveling, but the mere fact that we had two disabled persons, they went to the head of the line.
Many Bahamian women suffer from the pain and discomfort of fibroids in silence, but one radiologist is bringing hope. Desmond Saunders has a story.
It's a growing epidemic impacting a large percentage of Bahamian women in the country. Uterine fibroids are non-cancerous growths that develop in or around the uterus, and they're considered to be very common, affecting a large percentage of females of reproductive age. Interventional radiologist and medical director of the Bahamas Fibroid Interventional Clinic at the Family Medicine Center, Dr. Mikhail Higgins, listed pelvic pain and menstrual bleeding as some of the key symptoms.
And it affects 80 to 90% of women of African descent. Of course, many of the women in the Bahamas of African descent, 60 to 70% of white women, 23% of Asians. This is a condition that causes women to call out of work, at least once a month because of just heavy menstrual periods, an issue that causes women to just be devoid of energy, causes women to have miscarriages, causes women to be up in the middle of the night, forcing them to go to urinate multiple times a night. And it's an issue that causes women to not be able to enjoy intimacy with their partners.
The month of July is recognized as Fibroids Awareness Month, a time to spread awareness about the impact and possible dangers of the disease. Dr. Higgins believes knowledge is the best defense in protecting one's well-being, and he hopes Bahamians can take heed.
And so this is a month where we want women to be educated, to be aware, to really stand firm in solidarity that this is a month where they can celebrate this condition because there are options for treatment.
Dr. Higgins specializes in the non-surgical and non-invasive treatment of fibroids. He's hoping more Bahamians can step forward and explore various treatment options.
So the option for treatment that exists prior to me arriving was a hysterectomy, removing the uterus. And two was a myomectomy, where you have usually a cesarean section scar about yay big, where you go in and you pluck out the individual fibroids. Many women complain that, of course, having to remove their uterus is just like someone saying they have ticks on their dog and now they have to give their dog away to treat their ticks. The procedure that I introduced to the Caribbean in 2021 is one where we treat the entire blood supply to the fibroids. It's like treating the roots of a tree.
Medical specialists encouraging more women to seek medical treatment, as it's never too late to get quality medical care. Desmond Saunders, The Bahamas Tonight.
Thanks, Desmond. Well, Infertility Awareness Month has come to an end, but according to infertility advocate Dr. Latazia Stewart, the Bahamas is said to be making some significant strides in bringing awareness to this medical issue that's, of course, not only impacting Bahamians, but millions of couples around the world.
In the Bahamas, we will be recognizing and providing information and resources and hopefully bringing more corporate entities on board. We're increasing awareness in the workplace, in our churches, and otherwise. So the Bahamas is on the map in making sure that awareness is being put to this very important cause.
Dr. Stewart, the mastermind behind the Fertility Empowerment and International Conference that's attracted thousands of attendees locally and internationally to the Atlantis Paradise Island Resorts Ballroom, says next year's conference will be one for the history books.
It was beyond a phenomenal success. The turnout by those who are local and also from our international community was top tier. In fact, we have several entities within the U.S. and other countries who have already reached out inquiring how can they come to the Bahamas next year when we have our third annual event. And so we're excited to bring that type of resource into our country.
Still to come, it's Tuesday, so it's time for an installment of Taboo Tuesday, and we're talking about Bahamian music today. Weather is also on the other side of the break, so stay close.
Internet isn't just for surfing. There's a sea of shoppers buying online, and you can connect with them on Tingsy. Tingsy is the SPDC's online storefront built for Bahamians. Take your business to the next level by selling to customers online, both at home and around the world. People want Bahamian things, and if you got things to sell, sell on Tingsy. Find out how you can connect with a sea of buyers by visiting TingsyBahamas.com.
Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a survey enumerator with the Bahamas National Statistical Institute, or BNSI. For the next few months, we will be conducting the Household Expenditure Survey on various islands.
You might be wondering, why is this survey important? Well, it helps us to determine the poverty line and assess how to ensure everyone has access to the basic services they need. This information is used by the government, businesses, researchers, and students to make informed decisions and plan for the future. We know that your time is valuable, which is why we've made the survey as simple and easy as possible. And don't worry, all your information you provide is confidential.
Your participation will help us gather accurate information that will benefit everyone in the Bahamas. Thank you for your cooperation and being a part of shaping the future of the Bahamas.
It's time now for your Access weather forecast in that mid to upper level trough. It's dumped some heavy showers and thunderstorms around the islands. Well, it continues to lift towards the north. We are just on the outer end of that, and we will be clearing later on tonight, but those showers will continue over the extreme northwestern Bahamas. Abaco, Grand Bahama, and Bimini, they will still be in the mix tonight, but things will continue to dry out over the next couple of days. And your boating forecast, well, before we get to that, I get in ahead of myself. In the tropics, though, we continue to monitor this area near northern Florida, and this hurricane center is giving it about a 30% chance of some kind of development. But whether it develops or not, it's going to create lots of showers along the Florida Peninsula. So if you're traveling into the Florida area over the next several days, well, that should be something you want to keep your eyes on. And your boating forecast tonight now, it's brought to you by Live Business, where we bulk up your business for the Northwestern Islands tonight and tomorrow. Those winds are going to be southeast at 10 to 15 knots. The wave heights 2 to 4 feet. Low tide, that takes place at 7:55 tonight. You can expect another low tide at 8:03 tomorrow morning. Now for the central and southeastern islands tonight and tomorrow, east to southeast winds 12 to 18 knots. The wave heights 3 to 6 feet. So we're asking small craft to exercise caution in the central and southeastern islands right into tomorrow. Now as we take into Thursday in the northwestern and central islands, the winds become southeast at 10 to 15 knots. Wave heights not bad, 2 to 4 feet. Good boating conditions. Low tide 8:49 in the morning with the high tide at 3:14 in the afternoon. For the southeast Bahamas on Thursday, the winds southeast at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet, maintaining that caution flag only for the southeast Bahamas on Thursday. That's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
When she calling, no slapping, no ice that like coming now. She's keep up about 1,000 inside a bra. She want a young man man, come and rev that engine like a oh hey. I think she graduate with my mom. But when she calling, no slap him, no I tell her, come and I remember I 21, I had a whole land with 52.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Roll Star Shores. But join me at 11 o'clock for a full weather update. Marlena.
Thanks, Basil. Well, welcome to another Taboo Tuesday where we shine a light on the things we whisper about but rarely say out loud. And this week, we're stepping into a kind of touchy subject because it's something sacred, our music. Here's Wes with the taboo topic for today, Bahamian music. This is Taboo Tuesdays, where we talk about the uncomfortable topic, challenge the status quo, and confront the quiet. I'm Wes Calix Forbes, and it's time to get uncomfortable.
I sat down with popular Bahamian musician, producer, and entertainer Fred Ferguson, and he said something that stopped me in my tracks. It's a heavy statement, especially during this month of July, celebrating Bahamian pride and culture.
First of all, I detest using the words Bahamian music because we don't ever say Jamaican music. We don't say give me some American music. They all have names. So I think it is time now, 52 years in, that we identify who we are. If you ask 10 Bahamians what's our music, you can get 10 different answers. Break and straight, junkanoo, calypso sometimes they say. And for the younger people, they don't even know any better, they say soca.
Ferguson believes that confusion comes from one simple truth. We don't have a standard name for our national sound. And maybe that's why we constantly try to define it, protect it, before we lose it entirely. His solution? Bring it all under one name, Gumbe.
I believe that because Gumbe, to me, and some of the other technocrats, is not a rhythm. It's a terminology. And we own that terminology, and we have a logo, even though the Gombe Punch, which has that happy face. We had a Gombe festival over the years. Older people will know when you came through customs and you cleared customs, they'll stick a Gombe sticker on your suitcase. So we have a thing that's marketable. And so I imagine that seeing it's such a Bahamian terminology and is affiliated with the music, we can name our music that. So were you from the Bahamas? Yes. What's your music? Gombe.
The entertainer also believes that all it takes is a signature to settle on the name of the Bahamian sound. But he isn't optimistic that the good old Bahamian days of music are coming back.
No. I say that partially because, but I don't blame you. I don't blame your generation because we have failed to identify it first. And then we have also failed to teach it. So it's now what is happening now is just by rote. People are just gravitating to what they hear.
Culture doesn't survive by accident. It survives when we fight to name it, nurture it, and pass it on. This has been Taboo Tuesday. Let's keep breaking the silence together.
And that's another installment of Taboo Tuesdays. Love it, Wes. Just keep them coming. Well, let's check in with ZNS Total Sports and see what's on tap.
And Sebastian Walcott to pair in his second MLB's All-Stars Futures game. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Make every moment unforgettable with Shop Smart. From colorful floaties and water guns to light vests that keep fun safe. We've got everything you need to dive into the season. Planning a beach picnic? We've got the cutest sets and coolest bubbles to bring the vibes. And don't forget our trendy swimwear for all ages. Summer starts here, only at Shop Smart. Your Miracle, number 122 Market Street.
Ace Hardware Nassau wants you to be safe and prepared this hurricane season. Come browse our huge selection of products from flashlights, batteries, first aid kits, tarps, and more. Don't be caught off guard this hurricane season. Come on in to Ace Hardware Nassau, located off West Bay Street on St. Albans Drive. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are eager to serve you. Or you can give us a call at 605-2470, 71 or 72. We're open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Ace, the helpful place.
The new stuffed crust cheddar flavor has a taste you'll enjoy.
Outside and inside.
with a delicious stuffed crust covered in irresistible cheddar flavor. Come and try the new stuffed crust cheddar flavor only at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, the Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
Welcome to your Tuesday Sports, everyone. I'm July1st, topping sports. Bahamian shortstop Sebastian Walcott was selected to participate in the MLB All-Stars Futures Game set to take place on July 12th at Atlanta's Truist Park. Walcott, the top prospect from the Texas Rangers organization, played in last year's minor league exhibition game at Globe Life Field, will be among the highest profile prospects to headline this year's event. Walcott is MLB's number 9 overall prospect, has been one of the more productive teenagers at the minor league level this season. The 6'4" shortstop is hitting .247 with 8 home runs this season at AA Frisco. He's one of the youngest players in the Texas League. Earlier this year, he was a non-roster invite to the Texas Rangers spring training, and he recently appeared on MLB Network and spoke about his experience with some of the Rangers' top players.
It was amazing. I got to spend a lot of time with Marcus Semien, Corey Seager, Adolis, all those guys, and it was awesome. You know, just learning from them and just taking things away from the game and how they become so consistent throughout the year and what made them all-stars, you know, World Series MVPs, and how they're able to play at a big league level. They got after it every day. Marcus, he's in the gym at 6:30 in the morning, getting ready to practice. Wow. And then he's always moving. He's always doing something. And Corey, he has his own routine, getting ready for games. And they did it every day. And you see why they're such good all-stars and good ball players.
So in baseball, the Bahamas Ministry of Tourism, Investments, and Aviation announcing a partnership with one of the more celebrated teams in all of American sports, the iconic New York Yankees, for the remainder of the 2025 baseball season. As part of this strategic collaboration, the Bahamas will engage with Yankees fans throughout the season via in-stadium branding, digital activations, and hospitality events, leveraging the global power of sports. The initiative aligns with the Bahamas' broader tourism strategy to inspire travel and deepen emotional connections with visitors. And of course, the Bronx Bombers, the current home of Bahamian baseball superstar Jazz Chisholm Jr. That's a look at your sports on this Tuesday. That's all the time we got for you until tomorrow. I'm July1st, signing out.
Strong family bonds provide a crucial support system, often filling the gaps that might otherwise lead to reliance on social assistance.
If we get the family structure support system right, you won't see adult children willingly putting their parents in senior citizens' homes. You won't see anyone putting children up for adoption. We should be the safety net for when the family begins to have some challenges.
Addressing the root causes of dependency is essential, as our goal is to shift the focus from merely providing aid to fostering self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Today is National Flag Day, and you're looking at a shot of our beautiful Bahamian flag, aquamarine, gold, and black, boldly flying atop Atlantis. That shot was brought to you courtesy of Mr. Kyson Miller, our summer intern. Great job. Well, it's time for us to take a flight down to Eleuthera. Let's go.
Anchors up, Exuma. A wave of compassion is heading your way as LHD prepares to launch its upcoming medical mission set for August 25th through 27th. After months of prayer, planning, and persistence, Samaritan's Purse has answered the call to delivering a generous shipment of medical supplies to support the effort. A special thank you goes out to William Sturry, who played a key role in coordinating the donation. As a sailing capital of the Bahamas, it's only fitting that Exuma becomes the launch pad for healing, hope, and heartfelt care. The LHD team is pulling into port with purpose, and they can't wait to serve the people of Exuma. Marlena?
Samaritan's Purse is on the way, and that is definitely good news for Exuma. Our Matea Cunningham is up next with a look at Let's Talk Socials.
Happy National Pride Day, everyone. What an amazing day to be Bahamian. I take great pride in knowing that I have the luxury to throw on my Bahamian paraphernalia, drive down to the Fry, purchase a premium conch salad, and eat it on the beach. Today, I'm shedding some light on an Aberconian family who went viral with their first ever video on TikTok. I won't explain it to you. I'll just let this little guy show you.
My work is on the water. Free diving, through no line is how I survive.
He's a natural. That's what I call a Bahamian talent. Comment down below if you have the ability to deshell a conch. I asked because many of the commenters shared that they don't know how to. Such a Pratt said, bruh, ain't no way I was struggling for my life to unconch a conch. And Det said, me looking at this knowing I've never pulled a conch out of its shell in my 23 years of living as a Bahamian woman. It's always a pleasure to see our little ones continuing on the little things that make up our culture. I'm Matea, and this has been Let's Talk Socials. That made me hungry. I want a scorched conch now.
That's true. Yeah, that's too cute, but also, yes, I'm on my way to go get like crack conch. I think
Crack conch?
Yeah, I think that's what I would want tonight. That's what sounds good.
He's
for me.
always hungry, guy.
I am.
That does it for Access Now for this evening. Make sure to join us tomorrow when we have some balloon makers live in studio.
But tonight, stay tuned for the rundown with Clint Watson, and have a good one.
Good night, everybody.